Hi, everyone. Welcome to our FemCity Live. I am Violette, Ayala, the founder and CEO of FemCity. And today we're going to be talking about how to prepare for 2023. I think we have like 24 days now, 25 days now until our next year. I cannot believe it. It has gone by so fast. I have asked one of our FemCity Global members, Janet Sandberg, to join me today in the conversation. If you are joining us live and you would like to ask questions or add to our program, please feel free to do that. Let me go ahead and remove this. All these buttons are popping up on my end. Janet Sandberg is a certified high performance and mindset coach. And Janet, would you like to add anything about yourself before we start?
So I don't do things the usual way. I'm super woo and I love to embrace that and use those skills, channeling, energy healing, readings, all of that fun stuff with my clients as well.
Awesome. All right, so let's dig in. Janet, what is your I love action steps. I like just dive right in. So what is your number one tip for those that are looking to prepare for 2023? I know we're still in 2022, but I find that a lot of our energy is already kind of like wrapping up this year and preparing for 2023. So what is the advice that you provide to those around you?
One of the things that I find really, really useful and helpful is to look back at the year that has gone by and look for those magical moments because we're so quick to just generalize and particularly generalize on the negative, like, whatever it is. I didn't have any clients this year. Well, actually, you had a handful of clients, not as many maybe as you wanted, but you did have some. Or just, you had a really great connection during a coffee chat, or there are magical moments, even though sometimes at the end of the year we feel discouraged and we're like, oh, this year didn't go as we had hoped or as we'd wanted to. So I literally go back through my Google Calendar that has everything in it, personal and business, find all of those magical moments with people, with clients, write them all down, summarize everything. I go through, my Acuity scheduler and see which clients I had and what I did with them. Just go back through all the notes. It does take time. Like, set aside an afternoon to do this. And then when you found those moments, remember how great that felt. Remember what it felt like when you got off the call. Remember what it felt like after you finished that client session, and focus on that for next year. We want to recreate those feelings. And, whenever you plan something for the coming year, do it with that energy and with that feeling that you have.
Yeah. So to recap, what you're saying is to look back at the highlights, and that's why I'm a huge fan of like keeping a gratitude journal. Like every time something amazing happens, and it could be your neighbor smiled at you, or your dog did a new trick. Like writing down all the beautiful moments, not just in business but also in your life. Looking back to those highlights, like you said. Whether it's like tracking your receipts, like looking to see through, as you said, in your platforms that are like booking your clients, going back to remind yourself of all the amazing things that you took on this year, big or small, or maybe they're all small, but they can be very big, because that way it will elevate the way that you're feeling about your accomplishments. And from that vibration, from that energy, you can then start to position yourself in a really great place to be strong and your mindset in check so that you can take on 2023 in that beautiful energy versus starting 2023 and feeling bad about yourself, feeling like you didn't accomplish anything, feeling like, what's the point of growing this business anymore? Like, instead of going from that perspective, really reminding yourself of your greatness. Here's one thing that I know to be true about humans is that we could have a really, really great day with maybe like the best meeting with all these amazing clients. We're rocking and rolling. And then you get one grouchy email or you encounter one grouchy person. And then all of a sudden you spin out and you're back into feeling like you're no good, nothing's working for you. So, if you can keep your vibration high and remember all the beauty that you've added in this world, all the greatness that you've accomplished, it really makes it so that you're setting yourself up for great success because that's where we kind of forget. Like all of a sudden we're like, I forgot all the greatness because this one grouchy email or this one grouchy person came across. Keeping your vibration high so that you can walk into the year fresh and renewed and kind of ready for more abundance, more opportunities to come your way. I love that. And we do have some femmes that are watching. So if you have any questions for Janet, feel free to ask them away. Final advice that you have, Janet, that's a really great activity. And I agree, it probably would take an afternoon to do if you do it right? If you're going back throughout the entire 12 months. What other advice would you give for those that are looking at really starting the year very strong?
I would say it's keeping with that high vibration. And to do that, like make it a morning practice. Remember something great that happened. Remember, think about somebody you love. Think about getting puppy snuggles, whatever it is. And sit with that feeling for like 5 or 10 minutes before you do anything in your day. And do it again, after you get the grumpy email or that, whatever comment on your social media, that puts you, just take some time and get back into that energy of love or just feeling good before you do anything. And when you're planning out your day, when you're planning out your week, your month, whatever it is, make sure you're doing it from that place of feeling good.
Yeah. Yeah, it sets a tone. And I think people can recognize when you're feeling really good. It comes across on your phone calls. It comes across on Zoom. When you're in that vibration, it really does come across, and it does open up doors for more opportunities.
That old, salesman strategy to smile on the phone because people can tell, right?
Right.
And it's the same thing.
There's a femme, I can't remember which, in our global program that does everything. Oh, I think it was Linda. She started doing her calls standing up, and she said her energy was just better standing up versus sitting down. So she does even like her speaking engagements through Zoom standing up. So I love that tip also, is just kind of like shaking up the energy, making sure that you keep performing at that level. Janet, thank you so much for taking the time to share amazing tips for us. How can femmes find you?
They can find me on the web. My website is janetsandberg.com. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook as Janet Sandberg Intuitive. Instagram, there's Janet Sandberg .intuitive. And I'm on TikTok, Sandberg Janet. So I'm kind of all over the place.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And some love that came from Cecilia, who's all the way in South Texas. Thank you, Cecilia, for all that love. We're sending it right back at you. And for those that are watching the replay, let us know how these tips helped you. Tag us. And if you have any other tips that you want to add, feel free to go ahead and comment below. And we will see you again next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.